So I thought it would be fun today to compare A Course in Miracles' final lesson, which we're in right now, with Regina Dawn-Akers' Thoughts of Awakening final lesson. And I was so, Spirit gave me this idea and I was like, oh, well, let's look at that. I was amazed at the similarities. So truth is true, right? Wherever it comes from. And as you've noticed in the past few talks, I've been sharing some of Regina's wisdom with you. And I love how it intersects with our unity principles and with A Course in Miracles. So I thought this would be fun to do. And so what I'm going to do is share the ACIM lesson number 365, which is the last lesson. But these, if you're a course student and you're looking at the lessons, it's from day 361 through day 365, and it goes like this: "This holy instant would I give to you. This holy instant. Be you in charge, for I would follow you, certain that your direction gives me peace. And if I need a word to help me, he will give it to me. And if I need a thought, that will he also give. And if I need stillness and a tranquil, open mind, these are the gifts I will receive of him. He is in charge by my request." We want this. We want to follow God, right? We wouldn't be here if we didn't, yeah? "He is in charge by my request, and he will hear and answer me." And sometimes even when the answer is not what we expected. But he will hear and answer me, because he speaks for God, my Father, and his Holy Son, Holy Child. That's so moving to me. It means so much to me. So Regina says in her Thoughts of Awakening number 365, "I agree to continue listening to wisdom, even though I realize it will put an end to the local self I think I am." Now that's an interesting phrase, local self. Did you sort of get that? I mean, what she means is our personal self, right? So Yolanda, the character Yolanda, the story of Yolanda. Me, I, me, mine, you know? And when listening to wisdom and following wisdom, we're encouraged to go beyond that, right? So we know that the wisdom that we seek is not in the ego, not in the body, not in the thoughts and feelings. But if I need a thought, he will give it to me. The right-minded thought, right? So I agree to continue listening to wisdom, even though I realize it will put an end to the local self I think I am. And this world appearance that I believe is real. Doesn't it feel real? Doesn't it? I think it's supposed to. Or why else would we be here, right? With all of the ups and downs and all the things that we go through. And then what happens as we travel along with those ups and downs, you know? And the joy and the grief and the sorrow and the love and the, all of it. It's incredible. It's important, I think, that we believe it's real, you know? And I've always loved the metaphor of being on the holodeck for all you Star Trek fans, with the safeties off, right? So, because anything can happen, you know. And then she goes on to say, which I think is super important, I accept there may be resistance. I'm going to sneak my hand up. Anybody feel resistance? You're right, every now and then. And, she goes on, I give resistance permission to make itself known. Well, I thought we're not supposed to resist. La, 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 push it away. Maybe there's a deeper understanding. Could that be possible? Yeah. Because God can use anything, even our resistance. And I give resistance permission to make itself known. But I shall react only by watching with non-attachment as I continue to follow the call of wisdom. There's a little phrase that I like to say to myself. I'm a magnet. I attract it. I feel the love coming to me and I have it. I'm a magnet. No attachments. I deserve and receive life's magic. And I say that, that's my little morning thing I say to myself these days when I wake up. But we do, we deserve and receive life's magic. And I think the key to that is to not be attached, you know? Because when we're attached, we're like, oh, it has to work out this way, you know? How dare you, God? How dare you not give me what I think I want, you know? That's me, not necessarily you. But I just think it's so cool because both of these teachings are about consenting to awakening, you know, if you will. Not striving to get anywhere or to be anywhere different from where we are right in the moment, you know? And that's the path of enlightenment as I've understood it this year. You know, but the Course says, you know, be you in charge. And that sounds lovely, doesn't it? Oh, thank you, God, be you in charge, right? But until, these are my thoughts, until I realize that it means I give up managing every outcome. Now, I have a real thing with that. Someday I'll sing you, well, Reyes is saying at my 60th birthday a song I wrote called Control Queen. And it so describes my ego self. And someday I'll sing it for you guys here because it's hilarious. But I am no longer managing every outcome. Okay, I'm going to tell on myself. I want to tell you a little story. All right. And maybe I've mentioned this before, but there's a person in my life who's been in my life for a really long time, like, you know, as long as I've known Glenn, the whole, you know, long time. Okay. My ego self, my thought, I don't like this person. I don't like this person. I just don't like this person. How dare they speak to me that way? They're rude, they're inconsistent, they're manipulative, you know, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I don't like this person. So, it just so happens that that person, when Glenn was dying the night he was in the hospital bed, showed up, right? And I was like, huh. But I don't like this person. Why is this person here? Can you believe it? Like, isn't the ego something? So here's this wonderful person showing up to comfort me, and my ego's going, me. So over the year, this person has reached out to me and this, that, and the other. And most every time they've asked me to do something with them, I said, no. I mean, I've been polite, you know, but, you know, I've been no. And they asked if they could come spend Christmas with me. And, you know, the Spirit was beginning to really work a miracle here, you know, and I said yes. So that person came and spent Christmas with me, and a couple more of my friends, my bandmates. And the healing moment that happened was unexpected and so powerful that I can't even, I'm like, huh. I'm completely mystified how my heart changed, right? I mean, I don't know if, you know, you have a person like this in your life or whatever, but what Spirit revealed to me was my own arrogance. So, and then Spirit went deeper to help me understand that my arrogance was resistance and I can allow it to be right now. And if I let it be and not blame the other person, and I'm sitting with my resistance, a healing will come. And that healing did come. And what I remembered was being a child growing up, and I love my mom and dad, I really do, they were great parents. However, and my brother's a wonderful guy, however, everyone in my family were off on different directions. My parents were very obsessed with success in the world. And my brother was very obsessed with success in the world because he was an athlete and all this stuff. Well, I felt invisible. And the way I protected myself was to be better than everyone else. Oh my God, I'm really telling myself today, and I'm just like, want to, because I want to share what deep healing can happen when I'm not playing the spiritual game, you know? When I'm not pretending, oh, I'm a minister and I will tell you the wisdom because I have the wisdom, you know? Or I'm a great course student, you know? I've read the course every year since, I don't know, whatever, 20 years, you know, something. And that's fine. That's great. I'm glad I have. However, that doesn't put me above or anything above anyone else, right? We're all here on the same plane, doing the same thing, using the same tools, however they come to us, you know, and everything like that. We're all doing the same thing, walking on the same journey. And I did not realize how much of my mind chatter was about this arrogance that I finally saw. So I was open to it. And thank God for my friend kept insisting that, you know, I'm coming around, like, come, receive me, right? And finally I did. And I embraced that resistance. That was a miracle. It was truly a miracle. So that's, to me, putting God in charge, right? So it's not be you in charge once I get myself together, or be you in charge once I understand God better. It's be you in charge, Spirit, right here, right now, with whatever I'm feeling, whatever I'm resisting, whatever's going on. And he is in charge by my request. I mean, I asked for it. I feel the love coming to me, and I have it, right? So sometimes love shows up in ways that I don't expect. And I deserve it. I receive life's magic. Because when I let it come to me the way it comes to me, and embrace whatever feelings are going on with me, that's magical. I like using that word. So, you know, I was thinking about leadership and all of this, and what it means to be a leader. And in Awakening It Together, you know, Regina founded it and wrote, you know, NTI, the Holy Spirit's interpretation of the New Testament, and a translation of the Tao Te Ching, and all of this. And so, you know, she was being put on a pedestal, right? And once she realized that, she stepped down from running the church. And because she did not want people to look at her in this way, you know, I'm one of you. This is a gift that's been given to me. I'm just sharing it with you. And that made the biggest impression on me because to me it was the ultimate leadership. Empowering everyone else, not only herself, and saying, la, 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 this is me. No, the leadership was yielded, right? So that we can all be leaders. And we are all leaders. We are all teachers of God, regardless of what you think about, think about yourself or your life or whatever. We are all teachers of God, and we're all teaching something to somebody all the time. So I just thought, wow, that's a really great model, for leadership. Give your gifts and let people receive, and step back and don't, put yourself on a pedestal or let other people put you on a pedestal, because we're all the same. So it goes on to say, her thoughts of awakening here goes on to say, I agree to continue listening to wisdom, which is the same to me as be you in charge by my request. Not that I will master wisdom, nor that I will become worthy of wisdom. Have you ever played that game with yourself? I'm not worthy. Oh, I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. I agree. I agree to walk this path. I agree to let things come to me. As Father Keating says, welcome, 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 welcome everything that comes into my life today. Every person, every thought, every situation, welcome it in. That's be you in charge by my request. That is, I agree to continue listening to wisdom. And then I got to the confession to myself that, I actually don't know what anything is for. I actually don't know in my ego self how to run my life, right? So the opening to be you in charge and continue to listen to wisdom is what is the guidance. That's where the guidance is. Woo. It's the doorway. I agree. I agree to continue listening to wisdom. I agree to let you be in charge, Spirit. Well, then we get to the local self, right? The I, me, mine, the Yolanda story, which I love. I love the Yolanda story. It's full of twists and turns. Steve has a lot of twists and turns, We all do, right? But this is where the ego gets nervous. So the Thoughts of Awakening doesn't sugarcoat it. It just says, listening to wisdom will put an end to the local self I think I am, and this world appearance that I believe is real. Excuse me? That sounds like annihilation to me. But then ACIM responds gently, if I need a word, he will give it. If I need a thought, he will give that also. And if I need a sound of a train, he will give that also. These are the gifts I will receive: stillness and a tranquil, open mind. A tranquil, open mind. When I'm trying to run the show, how tranquil is my mind? So, what's ending here when she talks about ending the local self it's not the end of you, who you truly are. It's the ending of the exhausting job description of the false self. This just tickles me. It just makes me so laugh at myself, So the self thinks, I have to figure this out. I have to protect myself. I have to get it right. So here was a thing for me today, right here with you guys. Oh, I have to get this right. Kenneth's not here. He's so good. How am I going to do what Kenneth does? I can't do what Kenneth does. I do what Yolanda does. Exactly. And that way, the burden disappears. So the moment I stepped in, and saw Jen and Steve and Lee, who were the first people I saw today, I was like, this is home. Everything's fine. I don't have to be Kenneth. You know, I'm here with you. That is peace. So I also want to mention that resistance is not a failure. I give resistance permission to make itself known, and I just think that's a really tender thing to say. You know, when we really get into what the Course has to say to us, what Spirit has to say to us, what this wisdom from Regina has to say to us, it's tender. It's not pushy. It's beautiful and tender. Just like Glenn was with me. In our relationship. That's how God is. And I see that more clearly now. In other words, nothing has gone wrong. If my mind feels noisy, nothing has gone wrong if fear shows up. Nothing has gone wrong if I still want control. Resistance is allowed. It's just not in charge. So, this is so personal. Guidance is personal, which I love. I mean, it comes to us individually in different ways. My guidance might not be your guidance, you know. That's why I can't stand up here and say I know everything, I'm so wise. Because your guidance is your guidance, and mine is mine. And when we speak of the personal self, that's important, you know. And there's nothing wrong with the personal self, because we're here to experience it. But how sweet and how tender this is. If I need a word, if I need a thought, if I need but stillness, how personal and sweet that is. Guidance is not a script handed out in advance. Did anybody get a book on how to live life when you got bored? Guidance is responsive and alive. Sometimes wisdom speaks clearly. Sometimes it quiets us. Sometimes it simply says, not yet. And when that's the answer, we just have to breathe into it. So, what does this look like in real life on a Tuesday afternoon, or in a moment of grief, or when you're at work, or whatever? It looks like this. This instant I give to you. In this instant, I don't have to worry about the future. I don't have to worry about, I'm going to give my whole life to you. How's it going to work out? Oh my God. It's just this instant. Just this one. Okay, I can do that. In this instant, right here, right now, I can listen. I can receive. So, be you in charge. I agree to continue listening. 2 ways of saying the same thing. Yes. Yes to Spirit. Yes. And however softly that yes is spoken, it's enough. Blessed be, my friends. And so it is.